Hi, my name is Cindy, and I recently had the awesome opportunity of working and being counseled and coached by Bradley Tyack. And this is my video testimonial to return the favor and express what that meant to me. So I've made a few notes, excuse me, just so that I get everything out and don't jumble my words, as I'm already almost doing. So what was the situation with me before starting to work with Brad? Well, where do I even begin? It was extremely complicated, and that was part and parcel in my demise and my struggle. Was basically what I figured out is that I was in business in partnership with an absolute sociopathic narcissist, and the deeper I got in, the more stuck I felt, and I just didn't know how to deal with this volatile personality. And I felt like it was bringing out a side of me that I couldn't control and that I didn't like very much. And that's when I started chatting to Brad and asking him for a bit of advice. You know, how do I don't know what to do. Do I keep pushing on? Is it me? Is it him? How do I tackle this conundrum? So I was feeling very stuck, very desperate, and basically borderline depressive. So the process, what was the process of mine and Brad's working together? So with that, in a nutshell, of my situation, I basically slowly started to unfold with the help of Brad, the realization basically of where the problem stemmed from. So I had recognized, or Brad helped me recognize, that this is the personality type that you're dealing with. I mean, there's no amount of you trying to change that person that's going to make it so. You know, you really can only choose what your action is going to be, and maybe why you would react a certain way towards being treated that way by that person, and where that reaction really came from. And for me, that stemmed way deep and down into my family dynamic and a sort of similar relationship that I had with my mother, and trying to basically reset the cognitive pathways of not reacting from that place that, as a youngster, became a bit of a coping mechanism and a way to defend myself, now came into this future situation nearly 15 years down the line of treating it the same as that, where it's completely two different scenarios. So yeah, I needed to become aware of that. And as much as, if I'll be very honest, I didn't also really like it very much, it was the truth. And Brad helped me see that, which was amazing. And for me, moving forward from there, I just felt like, well, now I'm aware of that situation. It still didn't make the situation of this business partner of mine and the way he was treating me, it didn't make it right. But I could now also be more in control of my emotional response to the situation, because integrity is very important to me. So what has changed for me now since Brad and I were working together? Basically, I have applied that which he has shown me and brought to my attention. I could now mindfully go into a situation, and I was faced with that one, funnily enough, 2 weeks after the fact, where, you know, sometimes we get driven a bit by egos and we feel threatened, and then you tend to react from a coping mechanism, a place where it's set in those pathways. So I could now take through the advice and almost a little bit of a hypno practice that we did together, now trying to follow the patterns of controlling that emotion and not firing from the hip, not reacting with the need to defend myself, knowing that my actions are enough. And, you know, we are also still learning beings, no matter how old we are, or how many years we've been on this planet, or how many degrees we might have. We are learning every day in the school of life, you know. So what would I say to someone in my previous position looking to connect with Brad and considering working with Brad? Sorry, I call him Brad. Bradley. And I would say go for it. You've got nothing to lose and absolutely everything to gain. And the reality of the situation, or what I find with Bradley, because I've, believe it or not, chatted to a few counselors in my life and been for a bit of therapy, and I've even had an experience with a clairvoyant. And out of all the people that I've spoken to who might maybe have the paper backing, Bradley's got such a different approach. You know, he's human to human, and he's super compassionate and an amazing listener, you know. And he has this weird way of giving you just enough information to make you come up with the outcome on your own. So you almost feel like you figured it out by yourself, which for me is that's amazing. Being able to guide people in a way that's not, I'm telling you, this is what you need to do. So I just really find that Brad's got amazing compassion, amazing listening skills, and for me, and what he would do for anyone else working with him, is really just give you that opportunity to come unstuck. And that's the whole reason you would want to seek advice and counsel in the first place, is trying to come over those emotions or figure out a situation that you're struggling with. And I feel Bradley is the man for the job. He's got the skill set and that deeper energetic level of compassion and listening that, you know, I'm not sure can be taught on the level that Brad has that skill. So yeah, that concludes my testimonial and my amazing experience with Brad. I would recommend it all the way. Au revoir. Cindy out.